Hello everyone, this is Joseph K. Welcome back to more Let's Play Tales of the Abyss 100%, and I am sort of excited to announce that I have several hours I've played ahead, so that means this week should be no issue. I can record all episodes tonight. It's just going to be a matter of editing. In the last part, we had to go talk to Aster. No, we had to go talk to Natalia's nanny regarding her birth. Father, and we learned about Largo and all that good stuff. And we actually have oh yeah, Luke also got made a Viscount, if I'm not mistaken. Is he currently with that title? I didn't even check before I yes, he is. And now it is time to head back to Belkin. We're going to get another title for Jade. So I have, like I said, I played several hours ahead, yes, last night, including, it took me 5 hours of taking notes in the Coliseum. That's mainly because, well, you can't use magic lenses on the enemies at the Coliseum, so I had to do the math and do the research and all that great stuff for all the enemies. Here's what I'm going to do, though. I am going to spend, because I've been lacking on this, I'm going to go ahead and stop by all the search points, and then when I cut back, I will be back in Belkin, so I'll be right back. Alright, everybody, I'm back. That took a little bit longer than I intended because I forgot that since I'm sick, I have medication I have to take, and I forgot to take my medication. I hope you guys can't hear that. I kind of got my Christmas music on in the background because I like Christmas music. It's really the only thing I like about Christmas. I don't care for the movies. I don't care for the holiday festivities or whatever you want to say. I don't care about a lot of that stuff. But the Christmas music, absolutely. Wrong one. I was supposed to go north one more. This is where we want to go. Is something wrong? Dr. Balfour, perfect timing. I was just organizing the chemicals here, but I lost the paper with the chemical names written on it. Hey, you. I have something I want you to investigate. Ah! Wow, what was that? What was that smoke? You inhaled it. You inhaled it, didn't you? This is terrible. Terrible? What's terrible? What the hell was that smoke? I know part of it was phonamine powder, but I don't know what the other chemical was. That means I don't know whether it was harmless or toxic either. Wait a minute. What does that mean? Is it just my imagination? It feels like my chest is starting to hurt. My pulse is quickening. There's definitely a reaction occurring. This is bad. I'm sorry, I never imagined the door would open like that. Are you saying it was my fault? Who cares whose fault it is? Jade, what are we going to do? I'm afraid I don't have an answer for you without determining what the chemical was. There's nothing we could do. The chemical was entirely vaporized. Then let's have a doctor examine the symptoms. I believe Shu was here before. Right. I'll inform everyone about what happened. Was it all right to send him? I doubt it's something that would be contagious. I'm sure it'll be fine. Right now, we need to determine what the chemical was. In the worst case scenario, everyone in this facility could die. At any rate, let's go see Shu fast. Hey, the doctor's not here. Where the heck did he go at a time like this? I'm feeling kind of tired. I think I'm going to throw up. I feel faint. This is a problem. I actually didn't inhale much myself. Hey, Four Eyes, can't you do something in place of the doctor? Me? I heard from this that you studied as a doctor. Ah, well, to some degree, I specialize in autopsies, though. Whatever, Coroner is still a doctor. Do something. Alright, then I'll need one of you to become a test subject. Who will perform that role? Okay. Depending on who you pick here will determine what skit you get and if you get a skit. But you will only get a skit if you inspect either Luke, Tyr, Anis, or Guy. For the sake of the Let's Play, we're just going to do Luke. I'll do it. In your case, well, that's fine. I don't want to refuse your offer to volunteer. Well then, let's begin the examination. A cursory examination showed no noticeable symptoms. So I conducted a blood test, a photon test, and a sonograph. And I have a good idea what chemical was mixed in with the phonamine. I've mixed in experimental antidote. May I ask you to try it? I really am a test subject, huh? Oh no, there's no pulse. And Luke died. Great going, Jade. You killed Luke. I guess we get to play as Asch now for the rest of the game. What? Oh dear, I must have administered too much. It was a costly sacrifice, but this makes for useful data. Colonel, how could you? But now we've learned the appropriate volume of antidote. How can you talk like that? It was a fairly strong mixture, so if too much is administered, the photon rejection reaction may cause a temporary death-like state. Was what I was going to explain, but you drank it before I could. Thanks to Dr. Balfour's antidote, no one was hurt. I believe the chemical mixed with the phonamine was atomic ether acid. The resultant smoke likely began breaking down oxygen within the bloodstream. Thank you, I'm sorry for the trouble. I'm truly impressed. Your skills extend even into the medical realm. It was no trouble at all. I rarely have the chance to administer injections on living human beings, so I rather enjoyed it. Nothing good happens when I get involved with you people. Hey, where are you going? Didn't you have something to do here? Nothing ever goes smoothly with you people around. I'll come back later. And for doing that, Jade gets the Doctor Mambo title. And then the doctor just comes back like, what the hell? Now, go ahead and put Dr. Mambo on Jade. Also, why is my party so screwed up? And for putting that on, you get the Might Come in Handy skit. Whew, no, wait, this is for picking Luke. Whew, I thought I was going to die there. I do wish you could have trusted me. I took it because I trust you. If it's going to knock me out, then tell me first. If I had told you, would you have taken it? See? Well, that's no excuse to go shoving poison down people's throats. Ha 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 ha. As an apology, let me give you some for yourself. You may find it useful sometime. Like when? Like when eloping with a commoner or usurping the throne, say. And this is the skit you get after you put the costume on Jade. At least I think. I think they're correlated. They may not be. You may just get this simply for doing the scene. Anyways, childhood dreams. These clothes remind me of my childhood. Your childhood? Colonel, you don't mean... Oh my, you were a naughty boy, huh? Yes, for a time, I was uncertain whether to become a doctor or a scholar. Oh, was that all you meant? And you ended up as a soldier, huh? Now you take lives instead of save them. Pretty ironic. What were you thinking, Anis? Don't answer that, viewers. Not particularly. I was planning on becoming an autopsist. So you were never interested in saving people? No, human organs are really quite beautiful, you know. Oh, Jade. I love Jade. Alright. Sorry about that cut. I was looking at my notes to make sure I got all the skits. Now what we want to do... The door's already open and we had to use examine to get out. Now what we want to do is... We want to leave and get into a fight with Doctor Mambo equipped. For another skit. That's the only reason why we're doing it. I'm not sure if I'll cut that fight out or leave it in. I mean, these enemies are kind of weak, so I probably could theoretically leave it in. Now, I am trying to have all the characters in costumes, but I am not going to be playing with Anis in her bathing suit for this Let's Play. I already showed her off in the bathing suit, and I got the skip from it. Theoretically, I could fight with her in her bathing suit until we get a new costume, but nah, I'm okay with that. But we will be getting a new costume for Anis soon.
Piece of cake.
Too easy.
And for getting into a fight with Jade and Doctor Mambo, we get the Dr. Jade skin. So, Colonel, why don't you go dissect some of these monsters? I'm not a biologist, but in these clothes, I do feel like I can manage it. Shining scalpel in hand, the genius surgeon Jade Curtis dissects the monsters of the world. Typo. We'll start with Mew.
Me? No, I don't taste any good.
I never said anything about eating you. If I saw that serious look in your eyes, I'd run too. That's it. That's all I want. Now, let's go back to Yulia City. This is where we're supposed to be, but before we go to Yulia City and talk to Teodoro, let's go back to Tyr's room real quick. Yeah, I think the only costume we have is the Not a Kid costume for Anis. I am thinking, though, I will probably put everybody in their bathing suit costume for the final Coliseum battle, just for the hell of it. I think it'd be funny. Or at least the ones I'm playing as. Which will probably be Luke, Tear, Jade, and Natalia. What is it, Luke? Oh, when I come to this city, it reminds me of just how bad a person I was. Feeling penitent again. It's certainly better to feel remorse than not to, but you can't spend all your time like that. I know. I don't mean I'm going to start moping around. It's just, this is the place where I made up my mind to change. It's also the place where I cut my hair. Yeah, you cut your hair here. I only pretended to change on the outside. My, didn't you want to change from the bottom of your heart? You've devoted yourself to atoning for what you did. Yeah, the feelings I felt then were no lie. I was serious. But, time and again, I keep learning that those feelings were naive. After I killed someone for the first time aboard the Tartarus, I made a vow that I'd fight. At the time, I didn't understand the fear of really killing people at all. After Axariuth, I just made excuse after excuse, and I didn't even realize I was being rebuked for it. Everyone left me, and I didn't want to be abandoned. So even though I didn't really understand anything, I cut my hair and made up my mind to do whatever it took. I cut my hair as a symbol of the strength of my resolve, but when I thought I might actually die for real, I realized how just weak that resolve was. And, you want to whine for a bit now? No, I'm happy. I've been able to realize things like that, even if only little by little. And I hope from now on that I can avoid doing things that I'll look back on with regret over how naive I was. I think it's going to be hard, but that's how I want to try and live. Your feelings have always been sincere at the time, correct? Huh? Well, yeah, I was immature, but I meant what I said. Then isn't that enough? Human beings are not perfect. Yeah, are you just trying to pretend to be all mature now or something? No, of course not. Haha, yeah, it did sound like that. You've come this far doing what you think is best, right? Don't make excuses for it. It makes you sound pathetic. Yes, I don't think there are any words to be said about this sort of thing. Actions speak louder than words. Sorry. Well, I think you're mature, Master. Thanks, Mew. Well then. We want to now go speak to Teodoro. Let me see how long I've been recording. I gotta take off like 12 minutes of recording. Oh yeah, we haven't even been recording that long. If I didn't do all the off-screen search point stuff, I would have been in a worse off state. Because then I would have been right at my limit and I would have had it cut off. But yeah, if I cut off now, it's going to be like 12 minutes long, the video. So yeah. I don't think... Sorry about that audible audio drop. I had a bit of a coughing fit while I was recording. Of course I would have a coughing fit. Actually, I don't think anybody up here says anything different. So let's go to Teodoro. We should get a scene the moment we come in here.
What do we need to do to stop the planet storm?
The planet storm is controlled by a giant phonic glyph. It's said that Yulia used the Sword of Lorelei to carve the phonic glyph into the land.
So we'll need to do something about that phonic glyph.
The Sword of Lorelei gathers 7th phonons, and the Jewel disperses them. If Yulia gathered 7th phonons with the Sword of Lorelei and opened the gate, then we should be able to disperse them with the Jewel and close it.
Do we even know how to use the Jewel?
Let us use documents from the time to analyze the Jewel here.
Thank you.
Could we split up for a bit while that's being done?
That's unusual coming from you, Tyr.
I don't see why not.
Then we'll meet back here later.
All right, well, let's go talk to all of our party members.
Wow, manage the Order in conjunction with this place.
Yeah, this is like the real core of the Order of Lorelei.
I'd better shape up. I've got to beat the people here.
Why?
It's still a secret. Anyway, do you think Natalia's okay? You've been friends since you were kids. Go and cheer her up.
Go on, go talk to Natalia. A lot of replicas have been given shelter here in Yulia City. What will they do from now on? Okay, that's a little bit different dialogue. Let's talk to... It doesn't matter if you talk to either Mew or Jade to see plays out.
How are you feeling?
Fine right now. But Tyr and Mew found out.
Mew, I know.
I see. So Tyr knows. Poor thing.
Yeah, I feel bad for making her worry about me.
You're amazingly dense, aren't you, Luke?
I don't think so.
Oh? Well, then perhaps you're so preoccupied with her that you haven't noticed. Or maybe it's a self-defense reflex. Oh well, it's none of my business.
What are you talking about?
I'm just telling you to go see Tyr. Go on.
Okay.
I swear, such a child. Luke is kind of dense. I mean, I can even see what the hell everybody's alluding to, but Luke doesn't. He is, again, has a child mentality, so I couldn't blame him. Now, when you think about it, that's kind of weird that Tyr has a thing for him, because Tyr's like 16 or 17 in this game, and Luke is technically 7, so when you look at it that way, it's a very weird relationship.
Tyr seems pretty cold, but she's actually pretty nice, huh?
What do you mean?
You haven't really seen her at all.
Sure I have. She's always hard on me. Well, she's nice sometimes, I guess.
Are you stupid? Only a child needs kindness to be blatantly obvious in order to see it. If you haven't realized it for yourself yet, go and look for her now and see what you find.
I guess that's too hard for a 7-year-old to understand. See, my point. So, it's obvious that Tyr has feelings for Luke. But it is... When you actually sit back to think about it instead of letting the game play out, it's creepy. Tyr, I did not know you were a pedo. Anyways, we need to speak to all of our party members. However, we can't speak to Natalia, because Natalia is with Tyr. So let's go back and go to Tyr's room. I remember looking all over the place trying to find Natalia, and I could not find her. And this is why.
Tyr, do you mind if I ask you how it felt? When you learned that that your brother had this terrible plan. It didn't sound real. Real? Yes. It felt like I was listening to a story. I didn't understand what he was talking about. I think I know what you mean. My whole mind just went blank for a moment. After that, I frantically investigated what he was trying to do. And I decided I had to stop him no matter what, even if it killed the both of us. How did you become so determined? Van was the only relative I had in this world. As one who shared the same blood, I felt I had to stop him. No matter how many times I asked him, he wouldn't tell me the truth. When I first confronted Van, turned my blade on him, I was like a cornered animal. I couldn't see anything at all. Tyr, you shouldn't make the same choice I did, and I don't think you need to. I want to save this world, even if the planet's memory really is absolute. Yulia left behind an absolute score, yet she didn't read anything in it about replicas. I want to bet on that. On the hope that Luke represents. Yes, Luke taught us that people can change. Watching him, I put to rest the old me that thought of nothing but killing my brother. I was able to try to understand Van's real feelings. But I have a feeling I understand why Largo was supporting Van. I don't mean to say that he should be allowed to do what he's doing, but... Natalia, I don't think it's necessary to understand everything rationally.
I never thought I'd hear you say something like that.
I can say this only because I hold on so hard to being rational. Some answers you can only find by letting go.
Tear, thank you.
I should leave Natalia to Tear for now. I'll head back to Teodoro.
And we get a skit. Thinking of Tear. Tear's in the same position as Natalia, isn't she? She never shows it, so I tend to forget.
Tear's a nice person, so she doesn't let you see when she's hurt.
Yeah, I know, but...
So just be nice to her.
I said I know, Thing. You don't need to tell me.
Mew. Master, can I ask something?
What?
Why do you call me Thing?
Oh, well, you know. You're blue, you have weird ears, sound like a girl, and breathe fire. You're a thing.
Mew. I don't understand.
Don't worry. Anyway, I'll try to keep Tear in mind. Let's go back up and try and talk. I should go see Teodoro. Oh, okay, fine. I wanted to say hi to them, but I guess I can't. All right, well. Let's go see Teodoro. Maybe he's found out how we can use this Jewel of Lorelei thing.
Just as I thought, this jewel is inscribed with a phonic art as well. Please focus 7th phonons into it. Its dispersive power and phonic art will activate, stopping the phonic glyph.
That'll close the gate, huh?
Yes. I would seal it off at the absorption gate. That's where the planet storm finishes its cycle. Closing it there is the most logical choice.
The absorption gate. That's where we fought Van.
Tear, if we stop the planet storm, we'll be able to approach Eldred. It may be painful for you, but let's do our best.
Right.
What about you, Natalia? Are you going to be okay?
I'm fine. Thank you. Hey, what about me? And me!
Okay. Is everybody ready?
Ready!
Then we're off to the absorption gate. Wait, one of those responses sounded weird.
Oh, details. There's no time, Luke. Let's go.
All right, we get another skit after that scene, the final confrontation. So we're finally going to confront the new Order of Lorelei. Natalia looks really troubled. She doesn't have much time to make her decision. And she knows that, which makes things even harder on her. Why doesn't she just run away? She doesn't need to fight her real father. Yeah, I know. But she is who she is now because she's never turned aside from the obstacles in her path. She won't run away even if we tell her to, huh? Well, if she's a burden, we'll leave her behind. If she doesn't want that, she'll have to settle her feelings. I mean, true. Tough as usual, aren't you? I'm only saying the obvious. Talk to Teodoro real quick. The absorption gate. Fate draws you there. Please be careful. But will we be able to use the phonic glyph that's inscribed on the Jewel of Lorelei at the absorption gate to stop this planet storm thing? Find out next time on Let's Play Tales of the Abyss 100%. This is Joseph K. signing out. Y'all have a great day and keep it real. Later.